Okay, it's the night before, the day before the first day of the Chinese New Year. I am going back to Chinatown, so let's speed this up. Snake. Sony next fired. Oh, you have one also?
I use A7, I think.
A7, I don't know that one. Okay, so here we are in Chinatown. So before I start this vlog, I wanted to clarify some things. Yesterday's episode was actually the 26th, but I put it as the 27th. I think it was a matter of time before I made that mistake, so I'm glad I made it this early. So today is actually the 27th vlog. I wanted to talk a bit more about Chinatown. Since today is my last day here for the event, I thought maybe I'd cover a bit about the history of Chinatown and also, you know, how it relates to how Singapore celebrates the Chinese New Year. So it's gonna be a bit of Google references and a bit more shots, but hopefully it tells a better story. Okay, screw that. I was doing some research just now on the history of the place and I was thinking it's gonna be a bit boring if I do a literal history review of this place. So I'm just gonna give my thoughts on this place, my personal thoughts on Chinatown. Actually, my montage of my walk starts from over here. This is the Chinatown MRT. I cut across the back, I walk down over here and make my way down to Sago Street, and my booth is somewhere around here. So every year in Chinatown, Chinese New Year is a very big deal. This performance area has been having performances every single night, and I've never in my whole life living in Singapore participated in the activities in Chinatown. I always spend Chinatown at home, Chinese New Year at home, never really going to a place like Chinatown. And the one time I did, it was not a very good experience. So the last time I came here to face that crowd was when I was 14, and the thing that strikes me about that memory is that the crowds were so packed that you were literally being pushed along shoulder to shoulder with like other people in the crowd as you move through the entire stretch of the street you saw just now. It's not as bad as I expected. Okay, actually it can be really bad. Let's dive in and try. So, imagine you not being able to even stop, right? To look at what you want to see at the stall, and being just forced to move along with the crowd. That's how bad the crowd was. It wasn't a traumatic experience, but it was just not pleasant, right? There was no point to me when I was 14. I was thinking there was no point in anyone being there because you couldn't really see anything. Right, you're just being pushed along by a sea of people. Remember, I was 40, I was pretty short back then. And so I was at most shoulder height with a lot of people and being edged along and trying to follow my parents through that crowd. So the Chinatown area is one area I've never really hung out a lot with my friends because you just don't come here. It's very warm, right? I prefer my air conditioning, so I never really come here to hang out with friends and all that. It's only because of this work assignment which lasted a whole month that I started to learn a bit about the stuff that you can find in Chinatown and I started to appreciate it a bit more. So on the few times that I actually do come to Chinatown, it's usually with my family, and I will come to this place, Defqwop, for dim sum, for lunch, breakfast, whatever you may call it. It's usually really crowded. I heard the food quality has dropped in recent years, but I've never been there. But this is primarily the reason why I came to Chinatown before this whole January. This area over here is the exact area. I was at. I was specifically at this seat when I met some friends for dinner on Friday night. And what surprised me is that they sell. It's all closed now. Right? But they sell like craft beer. Okay, this is just regular beer. But there should be a store around here. So this is the place where I had craft beer with my friends. This place opens up at night in Chinatown, and it's a surprisingly hip place where people my age would like to hang out. And I wouldn't have discovered it if I didn't work here and force my friends to meet here instead of where we usually go. Temple. Let's never forget this temple. It's the Buddha relic temple. It's the Buddha relic temple that I would not have visited without this job and also my need to film a vlog. Okay, we're back at the temple. This time I'm going to try exploring the second level. Maybe I can get a nice time lapse from here. I've been living in Singapore all my life, and I've never actually ventured into a big temple quite like the one in Chinatown over here, right? So many tourists I saw going in. I saw so many tourists going in, but not a single. So there must have been something there, and I was right? When I found that solid gold structure that cased a tooth from the Buddha. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, I'm really glad I finally got around to visiting this place. I think they're having rehearsals for tonight. It's up there just now when I shot that last scene. Great view of the temple. I don't have the energy to climb that high up, so I only went to the second floor. Good enough. I'm surprised I only just found these murals in a corner of Chinatown. This is literally a corner, it's next to a dumpster, right? But I only just found today these murals in Chinatown, so that's pretty cool. It just shows how rich in culture this place is. Here's another set of murals in some dodgy back alley, but yeah, I don't know, wonder how many people actually noticed these paintings. So the other big discovery I was glad to have made was this rooftop, which overlooks a great view of the city skyline in Chinatown. It's not the best in terms of how high you are looking down from, but it gives a great overview, clear overview of the city skyline if you can get past the fence. Right? I mean, this is, if I lived here, I would spend a lot of my time just chilling out over here. Right? So I'm really glad to have found this when I was trying to go on the adventure to go to, I think it's here, this Pearl Center condominium, which remains unconquered for today, for this month. Yeah, one day I'll get to the top of you. One day. I'm running late for my Chinese New Year reunion dinner because of the fact that I stopped by Chinatown to shoot this vlog. But I think this was really apt to do a very quick summary of what I experienced here over the past few months, because my work will not involve me coming back here again, and I'll probably not come back here again in the foreseeable future. So this is gives some nice closure. Also, because it's daytime, I failed to notice another spot on the roof for view, so I'm just going to end this vlog with this view. See you tomorrow. Okay, that's it. Good night and bye-bye.